Heyo, Omnidogs and Omnikittens. It's Omnidog here to tell you why I think you should consider getting the Black Cat Omnibus by Jed MacKay when it comes out. I think it comes out in July of 2023. So there may be rumblings out there amongst you like, why should I care about Black Cat? Isn't she like some B-list not super villain, but villain who has a fling with Spider-Man for a while, blah, blah, blah. No, Black Cat has been elevated to level A for awesome by Jed MacKay. There's a reason that Marvel's giving Jed MacKay all these titles now, Moon Knight and Avengers among them, because he's an awesome writer, and he proves it on Black Cat. So, how can I convince you to consider it? I'm not telling you to buy it. That's up to you. But here's why it should be bouncing around in that brain box of yours. First of all, of course, you'll be able to get the omnibus from organicpricebooks.com and use the code Omnidog for $2 off. And this is where the big savings are. 5% off with code Omnidog. Ship it together. Right on for Organic Price Books, where you can get the Black Cat Omnibus. There's 2 covers. So why should you consider it? First trade, I have the trades. And actually, this is a really cool one. It's J. Scott Campbell, and it shows a 9 lives, which is actually pretty cool. And the art, first let's tackle the art. The art is extremely good throughout. Now, the artists don't stay the same, but I feel like they're the same 2 artists. So their styles are similar. The first one is, the first one's Travel Foreman, and then Foreman keeps drawing, and I believe he gets an assist from Mike Dowling. And also throughout the book we get artist wait, that's the annual Free Comic Book Day. All this stuff's included. CF Villa, or Villa, probably Villa. So let's take a look at the art, because it's really, really good. And I'm going to try and not give anything away, because the main reason this is so good is because not only does she go on capers, but there, of course, are layers to all these things that happen that make it that much more interesting. So, let's see. Here we go with some of the art. Don't want to give it away. And let's see, let me just go to the middle for some more art. This looks cool. Doesn't give anything away. So in the first book, or the first arc, the first probably 3/4 of the omnibus will deal with the Black Fox shows up, and he is the one that trained the Black Cat, and a couple others who factor in to the run in a little bit. The first task, the Black Fox, she really cares for the Black Fox, and he tasks her with some thievery, which is amazing, because the first thing they have to do is break into Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum, which is boss. Because, of course, I can show this. You see, Bats, that's his name. The ghost dog. Sorry, I blanked there. They run into Bats, the ghost dog, and the snakes, which is interesting. And I won't tell you why, because you got to find out for yourself. But they have to break into the Sanctorum when Doctor Strange isn't there. So blah 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 blah. Yeah. Then he tasks her with breaking into and stealing something from Reed Richards' library. And hijinks ensue. Let's see. I want to show you. Yeah, mayhem ensues. But she has a crew of 2 guys who are actually pretty interesting characters. One of them's a doctor, and he says, "I'm not that kind of doctor. I'm a doctor of explosives." So she has a crew of 2 that she cares about. So she has to break in and steal something from Reed Richards' library. Then, in the second book, one of the issues is, besides Black Fox, we do get deep background on the Black Fox, which is very interesting. Felicia Hardy, Black Cat, is also kind of at war with Odessa Drake of the New York Thieves Guild. In every caper that the Black Cat does, she makes sure to send 10% of it to the Thieves Guild, but Odessa Drake, for reasons you will find out, is really upset with the Black Cat to the point of war. And there's deep background that goes on with Odessa Drake, which is very interesting. And one other interesting thing about the Black Cat is she possesses a type of bad luck generator power thingy core, however it works. And she's able to generate bad luck onto whoever's pursuing her. So yada dee, yada da. Oh, Batrock is in this, and it's actually a kind of nice little interlude. What they are up to. There's plenty of little capers that go in between the big capers. And let's see. She ends up breaking into the Rand building, like Iron Fist Rand. Danny Rand. Iron Fist. She breaks it in there. Won't tell you why. But then she has to go to Madripoor. And who's in Madripoor? Patch, of course. So what is she doing in Madripoor trying to lift something from Patch? And is Patch, Wolverine, upset about it? Or does he help her? I don't know. You better read it to find out. So after Madripoor, she also runs into Deadpool, which is cool. Then she has to break into Stark Unlimited. And that is, I think, one of the highlights of the caper. The capers. Here she is breaking into Stark Unlimited. It's not giving anything away. She has to break into Stark Unlimited. This is all in service to the Black Fox. She's still stealing things from the Black Fox. Stark Unlimited. And Spidey shows up, which is great because she has to get married to Spider-Man for the next caper, which is to break into a crime family's vault. And the crime family's connected to Hydra. It's not all action. There's a lot of these little interludes, which are very human. The human connection always helps. And there's really kind of a poetry, I feel like, Jed MacKay's writing in the little boxes. These little context boxes, drama boxes, describing the action, whatever they're called. They're really interesting. I think that Jed MacKay does a wonderful job of making Black Cat not only relatable, super interesting and super fun, and not a villain, but kind of an anti-hero. She has a heart of gold, kind of, besides a bad luck generator. And she cares about people deeply. So let's see, what can I show you without giving it away? She has a little interlude with Spidey that's really cool because all the annuals are also going to be included in this. And let's see. Then we have, now some of you may or may not have read the King in Black story. This next one, this is the trade. It's called Queen in Black. I haven't read any King in Black yet. I haven't gotten to it. I have it, but I haven't gotten to it. This story this is what I like about Black Cat, because this story requires really no knowledge of King in Black other than Null is coming to Earth with his band of symbiotes. Boom, there it is. But what Black Cat goes through in this tie-in involves Doctor Strange and an amazing transformation for Black Cat that, while it does factor into the King in Black, it also factors into this storyline. You don't need to know anything about King in Black. It's an awesome tie-in. If the tie-ins are all like this, we're fine. We are golden in the King in Black omnibus. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But this one is really cool. It even includes the spider buggy, which is a great touch. It's about 4 issues. Okay, I don't want to show you that. It's about 4 issues of a King in Black tie-in, 3 or 4 issues, and it's remarkably written. No prior knowledge to King in Black is required. Honest, peace and love, I swear. You'll dig it. It's really, really well done. Then she runs into the Queen Cat. Now, I had no previous knowledge of the Queen Cat, and it didn't, whenever I come into Marvel books like X-Men or Spider-Man or something, and I have no prior knowledge, I just go, okay, that happened. So Queen Cat is apparently a former Hobgoblin, part of the Hobgoblin crew, and they've apparently turned into heroes. I don't know. She has a big interlude with the Queen Cat. You don't need to know anything because she tells her backstory through the little boxes, and it's really cool. It's about Queen Cat, and it's a small story, but it's still good. So then we have the ultimate, I can't show you that. We have the ultimate reason why Black Cat has been tasked by the Black Fox to steal all these things. It comes to a head, I would say, close to the end of 3/4 of the book, and it's amazing and really cool. It has to do with the New York Thieves Guild vault. That's all I'll tell you. It's a really great cat. I really can't show you any of this. Nope, can't show you that. Nope, not going to show you that. Take my word for it. It's awesome. There's always a great cast of characters floating around, or besides, I mean, Bats, the ghost hound, repeatedly shows up. He's so cool. And she's always one step ahead. When one plan goes wrong, it goes awry, she figures things out. Can I show you anything here? Oh, yeah. In this, then that arc ends, and a small arc begins where she goes to Korea to fight with Korea's superheroes to get back one of their heroes that's been compromised. Small story. I think it's probably it might be an annual. What is this? Yep. Black Cat Infinite. Black Cat Infinite. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's an annual. So here's one thing to know when you go into the next story. Okay, blah, 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 Korea. I didn't know, and you don't need to know, that the Infinity Stones, I'm telling you right now, have been turned into people. People are now have the power of the Infinity Stones. Where that happened, I don't know. I don't care. I'm sure one of you will tell me, probably in Captain Marvel, because Star is one of them, that that Black Cat needs for this last caper. I don't know that I can show you this much, but okay, yeah, she steals something from Nick Fury, and the issue is, besides the fact that the Infinity Stones are now part of people, there's Star, who from Captain Marvel, who bends reality. Black Cat needs to recruit Quantum, who is a kind of a transporter. He can transport himself anywhere. And there's Overtime, who can stop and rewind time. She steals something from Nick Fury, which ends up being Star. And Nighthawk appears in this. And it apparently is, here's Nighthawk, telling Felicia that this is an alternate Earth. And apparently it all happened in Heroes Reborn. This omnibus, which I plan on reading. Don't bother telling me it sucks or you hate it. I haven't gone on social media to find out anything about it. It sounds interesting, and I want to know more about it. This might be the next Omni I read, because this sounds really interesting. It's not super thick, but it sounds interesting to me. There's an alternate Earth that Felicia's on, trying to figure things out as she steals the Infinity People, the Infinity Stones. And there's Odessa Drake. She's still in this this flipped world. Nighthawk wants to get back to the world that was, is all I'll tell you. You don't need, I got it. I didn't need to read Heroes Reborn to understand, because it's explained sort of in the interstitial little boxes and stuff. Apparently the world that Black Cat is in with Nick Fury and Star and everything, there was a world before where things were better, and Nighthawk wants to get it back there. That's all you need to know, because here is Quantum doing his thing, and also the art and paneling in this one is really good. And Overtime, he's in the green doing his thing. Let's see. In this, you've got Overtime in the green, Star in the red, and then the blue is Quantum. And they are doing a task for Black Cat. This thing is super well written, amazingly interesting, really fun. And the Black Cat, I think, is she's now one of my favorite characters because of this book. If you love really fun books that are interesting, exciting, no plot holes, no, I don't know, things that you don't dig. Whatever it is you don't dig, it's not in this book. Everything you dig is in this book. Great characterization, character growth, interesting character dynamics, very interesting characters in general, really good storylines, and very satisfying endings to all the various arcs. Plus, a bunch of great co-stars appear in this book. So I hope you will consider getting the Black Cat Omnibus, because it's going to be awesome. And yes, I'm trading my trades in and upgrading when it comes out. Get it at Organic Price Books. Use the $2 off code Omnidog, and big savings with 5% off with Omnidog Ship It Together. So seriously, you need to read. Okay, no. You should consider getting the Black Cat Omnibus, or you will be missing out on why Jed MacKay is now going to be a huge writer for Marvel. There's a reason. He writes really, really good comic books. Peace and love, peace and love. Please be good to each other. Please consider the Black Cat Omnibus, and like, subscribe, and leave comments on my channel And I'm also on Instagram, Omnidogs_vault. Peace and love, peace and love.